Hello there, everybody. Tim the Melancholy here. We are back to another run in Slay the Princess. Last time we played, it was a trip. Um, this game is all about time loops and um, it's just fascinating if I'm being completely honest. So technically speaking, my character doesn't know any of these things at this point. I'm going to explore all of these. It seems like I can just like skip dialogue at my leisure. So, end of the world, what are you talking about?
Don't look.
I've explored.
Nevertheless, and before causality, it's no unless.
Yep.
Does it? Oh, I have to say, like I said, are you sick? Of course. I mean, yes. It's
Okay. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me. Silently continue to the cabin. Ooh, I don't even have the option to, like, refuse anymore. That's interesting. So they've taken an option away from me. Huh. Because, like, in my original playthrough, I decided that I was going to try to do nothing, but, I decided I was going to refuse, and that, like, broke the world immediately. I think I'm gonna do this one instead, and just be like, maybe I'll kill her, fine.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
It's on you, I'm fine with
then
that.
Each and every one of us is doomed.
I'm fine with the end of the world.
Go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Yes.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
I will.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Save right quick. New point to save at. Yes. I know I can just go down the list, but proceed into the cabin. Alright. Will this be a normal cabin this time? Last time it was broken.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Damn.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
Gross.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Who left this dagger
the
here?
Blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Explore, take the blade, enter the basement. Look.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Rude.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's
Ooh.
hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Oh.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi. Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Continue down the stairs. You know what? You know, there's a lot of choices here. Hi seems too eager. I think I'm just gonna, like, continue down the stairs, because, like, committing by saying I'm here to save you, like, makes it sound like that's all I'm really here for. Continue down the stairs.
you're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
No, doubtful. Should have saved. Whatever.
You walk down the stairs.
Oh, she
and
seems
lock
sad
eyes with the
instead.
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Maybe. Hold on, let's talk a bit first. I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
That would be pretty weird. That sounds like a very Adventure Time kind of name. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
I don't think she knows her name.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Oh, that's
Okay,
sad.
that's weird.
She
She
looked.
hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Princess is fine. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked down here for a reason. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. We're gonna wait on that. What are you going to do if I let you out? I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little while. We can get to know each other. Don't say that, dude. That's weird.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Okay.
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need.
I think
You
you're just
should
a
know
ward.
better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
On the first, that's a great question.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
No, what?
That's hardly relevant.
That is totally relevant. How are you alive?
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Yeah, no. Okay. What are you gonna do if I let you
The
out?
princess hesitates before responding.
Yeah?
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
I want the truth. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. Oh, hold up. I really just can't trust you. This doesn't add up. It isn't worth the risk to your world over the potential fate of your okay. It's blade. Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying anything to her. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm going to get you out of here. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. Okay, we're going to say this one last thing. Not like you believe me. What? Hold on. I'm gonna save right quick. but I don't think you're dangerous. But I want to I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe. I'm trying to think it's true. There's something about you that doesn't feel right. Not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
The world was pretty shit to you for throwing you down
I
here.
don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
That's a great question.
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No. I was told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have a reason for keeping that information secret from you. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous. Hoping you would tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her.
Yeah, you
She
would.
doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Doesn't mean she's evil, though.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
She's making good
I don't
points.
trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She's making good points.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
Okay.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
She's right.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
Like, I know what you're capable
We
of,
both
but
know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
why would...
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
You really hate the monarchy. I won't kill you, but I can't set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy. That's terrible. I'm going to keep you locked up down here at least for a little while now. I think that this is a free the princess run. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. Get back up. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. Okay, this is a free the princess run with a bit of admonishments. Don't make me regret this.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you, narrator.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
No doubt.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No,
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
that is possible.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Okay. I think that I can here's the thing. I think maybe the knife could be used to break her free? And if not, I guess I can come back down and ask her. I mean, she's been down here for so long. Why would she have an answer?
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
What?
You hear the click of a lock
What?
sliding into place.
What?
Is someone else here?
What the fuck? Hey, let me out. Try the door?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Well, fuck. I guess me and the princess are here for a while.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Narrator, are you doing this? Return to the bottom of the stairs, I
You
guess.
make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Easier for whom?
That's a great question.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
Sit next to the princess. We're just gonna hang out
If
for a
I could
while.
just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh!
hesitates before raising her arm
Oh!
to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Why didn't you do this when you first got locked up here?
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
She's just biting her. Fucking save the princess, I guess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
There's a major artery in that hand, I'm pretty sure. I mean, as you know, that's the right hand, but I mean...
You cut into her flesh.
Oh, God.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her
Oh,
arm.
God.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Oh, gosh.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
Hey, look at the hand. It's a little bloody blade.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
I'm bothered.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
You know what? Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Hey, Reader, can you fuck off?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
I don't approve of this.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Being puppeted? Ward her?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I real don't want to. I want to save you.
Body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Run!
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Oh boy.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I know how this is gonna work. Resist. Resist!
The blade. Move the blade.
Fuck off!
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm fine with her killing me.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Say again, I'm
Whatever.
fine with that.
She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Huh.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Jesus.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Oh.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
Shit.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Oh.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You say so. The damsel. Oh. Am I gonna be the princess? I didn't think that was a thing.
You're on a path
Oh.
in the woods,
Um,
and at the end of that path is a cabin.
wait.
In the basement of that cabin is a princess.
You're
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Right. So I go through. Okay, yeah.
A terror. If he doesn't.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
What?
If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Hold on. Who are you?
Our beloved.
What?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love.
What?
The four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
I don't think she's in love with us.
See about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically.
Yeah, I will.
Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Look,
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
this is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure the whole thing literally just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother to do anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Alright.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If
Alright.
you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I bet I could listen to you and still
You were
fail.
the one who did us in, villain.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
I beg to differ.
I'm not going to argue.
I don't like the spit.
I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Protestation. That is okay.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Wait, the princess is free now, though, right?
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Why has multiverse theory always come up with you?
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Presumptuous.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Huh.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad.
I miss the
stop
contrarian.
her, save everyone.
I'm with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from the cabin. Let's talk about this. Yeah, okay.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Okay. The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold the knife. How is she supposed to end the world? Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Ugh, gross.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Locked her in the
People
basement.
locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I feel like you should ask questions. Like, look, I understand the general concept of fuck the rich or like eat the rich or whatever, but like, like I agree. I totally agree. Totally. But like, murdering someone in cold blood, you do have to ask questions about why. You can't just be told that like somebody's a bad person and like just accept that and just fucking murder that person. You had to ask some questions. Anyways, if people locked her away, then why couldn't they slay her? Why is it falling on me? You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
You're a bird person.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends.
I need to look up.
But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
I need to look up who these voice actors are. I'm pretty sure they're all just Jonathan
I
Sims.
told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
I disagree.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
I think maybe my next run is just going to be to do whatever the narrator says. That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Yeah. See, you can just turn around now. Okay. I've seen that ending
boy.
already.
Before you go any further,
Yeah.
she will lie. I think we've
Ah,
already
fuck.
been over this. I'm pretty
Shit.
sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Oh, I skipped whatever the smitten
I
was.
do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
That's
Don't
it.
pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed to the cabin. Alright, I think I'm gonna take the dagger this time by virtue alone. That,
The interior
Oh,
of the cabin is
the room
clean
is
and elegant.
different
Stone walls
now.
draped in fine threaded tapestries.
What?
A prison befitting a royal prisoner.
What?
The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Yeah. Hold on. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. The whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Oh. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Yeah.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Even this dialogue is different. Why would you lie about that? Or what's the points? I want to know if it
That's
answers.
a great idea. We have to make sure we're looking our best before we save her.
We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
It's a good point, but I'm gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
The drawings
I
are.
hope you know how ridiculous you look right now, but it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Fascinating. Alright, I will take the blade this time, but not to slay her.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
I think we're her enemy at this
Hopefully it
point.
doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us. Again.
Look, last time everything went wrong because I
Please
didn't have that
arguing over
blade.
motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Hey. Through the basements.
The door to the
Ooh,
basement
this
creaks open.
stairs are
revealing
different
an
too.
intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls.
In this little wooden
The
cabin?
basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Weird.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah?
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Yeah?
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Shut up, Spin. I'm not proposing to her.
Until now,
Proposing to
we're
her.
taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
I agree.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Hope that didn't cause anything to freeze up. Oh god.
You walk down the stairs
Oh,
and
her
lock eyes with the princess.
Oh.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Did she have her hand back? Also, her dress is different now.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
What?
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Aren't we just?
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Why do you remember?
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
I I mean, I kind of have to agree with the spin on
And
this
you've
one.
died before. So an entire
Twice.
world has been damned to oblivion.
3
I'd
times,
really
actually.
hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
O's.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We don't know that she ended
We
a
never
world.
saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Look, I'm saving the
Are you
princess this
listening
run.
to him?
It's
He's
fine.
lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Shut up, narrator. You killed me last time, and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? Do I have to cut you out again? I really didn't care for that last time. What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after killed me back there? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Alright, I'm asking questions.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us.
I don't know.
She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
Not really, but...
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Do I have to... Okay, you know, I'm gonna say the narrator one because it's funny.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
You're very understanding.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
That's a great question.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Your crowd is different. Before we start, did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Whoa, something's...
Isn't that just like our darling princess?
Uh,
She wants to make us
uh,
happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
I don't know if it... No, I don't want the world to end. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are plagues. They're a plague, and I hope you brought it slow and painful ruin to them. I guess I don't want the world to end at this point.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
That was...
Not so sure.
Yeah, I'm also not so sure. Do I have to cut you out again? It really didn't care for that last time.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Whoa!
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
It does look like the
Why
change...
are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Shut up,
She
hero.
didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Hmm.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Hero, you're... okay, press.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Yes.
Not
Oh.
on my watch,
Oh.
villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Guess she'll have.
Wouldn't.
I suppose she'll have something to eat.
I would.
Uh.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Wait, it really does
You
just
approach the princess
slip
and
off?
gingerly slide her hand from her
What?
bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I kinda hate the smitten.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So weird, I like it.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful
Oh.
embrace. Ugh. Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved.
I mean...
Is that a threat?
It's...
You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
Probably.
What do we do now?
Leave. What do you want to do? We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we do. What would...
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Fascinating.
I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
I mean...
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Here's the thing. I don't think she wants in the world. I think she just has to by default. It's just her nature.
I think I want to leave, and I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Yep.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something. Do you want to end the world? That's such a bad... Okay.
I just want to make you happy.
Her face keeps changing. That's like very anime.
She can't just want to make us happy.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
The music is changing. There must be something you
I
want.
just want to make you happy.
Stop it.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
What would make you happy? You have...
I just want to make you happy.
Oh god.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
I'm gonna keep asking these questions and she's gonna become like a stick figure. You have to want something more than just making me happy. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. I want you to make me unhappy.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Oh god.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone?
And they lived happily ever after. It's all she
Yeah,
wanted.
what's here?
Oh. Oh. Well, that didn't necessarily... Oh. You don't get the chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave.
No. She was our perfect match.
Oh boy.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
Okay. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but not the end for me. It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before. Okay.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
I wish that I had saved in that instance just to see what would have happened. But I think maybe I'll try to get back to that point. You approach the mirror, gaze upon your reflection, reaching for. They've gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The bloats. You've grown. Oh, I have. Oh. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Lead to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her. What up?
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Sure thing, princess.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Sure. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Fascinating. Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
I will ask every question
The
possible.
vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Fascinating.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same thing I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why
Have she?
wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
That is true. A lot of people are really ungrateful about gifts.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this festival?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
I didn't mean to. Promise.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
I really didn't want that, if I'm being honest. You don't have any preference on how you'd like to change or grow.
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them.
It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but they are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more, and you are something more than that, too. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
See?
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do you need me to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
It's true.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Wonder what happens if you destroy your body. You know what? Hold on. I'm betting that there is a, Oh, that might be a good play. Destroy your body. You raise your will to end your life, but you raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and it gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Yeah, I know. The idealized vessel, bring her
You're on a path.
destruction
in the
damsel
woods,
or something.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Understood. Okay. So I'm gonna save here. But I'm also going to pause and I'm gonna see if I can get back to that point and see if I can kind of save the princess in a way. Okay. So we're back at this point. I just want to see if something happens. If, believe that we have... Okay, so I'm just going to see if there's a different ending that comes from, just saying this.
That sounds perfect.
Good.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world.
Don't know that.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Look, this isn't about love.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move.
You're just
Did I do that?
bitter.
Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
We'll just break the door down. There's
Oh
hidden...
no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
I do agree with the narrator on
Of
that.
course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Look, this isn't about that.
Just along for the ride at this point.
Yeah, I agree. Or, do you think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together. I think we could open. Let's ask this one because it's an explore.
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
I think you're a delight.
Of course she can. You believe in her, right?
Nobody is leaving this basement.
I think you've got this. You know what? I think we can do it if we do it together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
Narrator is asexual, confirmed.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was
He's so mad
insurmountable.
about this.
You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Sure.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Romantic haze, your level sets you free.
A happy ending at last.
Sure.
We did it. What should we do now?
Oh boy.
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Oh.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
We could just, like, hold her. Oh. Oh no. She looked real bad there for a second. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memories return. Or memory
She's gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's not going to be nice, but it's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
She will be there, but approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. So there's silence as you reach forward. They've gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Okay, so I do still need to do this in the canonical timeline. Like, you find yourself in the long quiet once again. To the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your...
I think these are the same questions that I have asked before. Yeah, I think they are. Yes, okay. So I think I'm gonna keep the other save and I'll, like, do the, like, true love thing on my own time, just because, you know, I just wanted to get the vibe and see that, or that version. I don't know how many branching paths this was going to have, though. But this is a very interesting game. I'm really liking it. The next run may be like a proper Slay the Princess run of just like straight up murder. Just because I think that would be funny. But for now, thank you all for watching. I have been Tiv the Melancholy. I hope you all have a great day, and goodbye.